Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about school attendance and factors that affect it in youth with ADHD. So chronic absenteeism is when students miss 10% or more of school days, and this could be an absence due to any reason. So an excused absence or unexcused absence. So maybe you're sick or maybe you're skipping school. It's a risk factor for school dropout and a host of other mental health difficulties. Financial and academic difficulties as well. So if you have a student who's going to school regularly in elementary school, you can tend to see better outcomes in high school and post-secondary and when you get into the workforce. ADHD is a highly prevalent neurodevelopmental condition which is characterized by inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. There's also these profound educational impacts, leading to high dropout rates and more missed days of school. One thing to keep in mind is that students with ADHD can be successful, especially when given the correct supports. So I really kind of want to understand the relationship between ADHD and school attendance. So I launched a parent report survey across Canada, and to measure attendance, my research group has been looking at a new school attendance measure we developed called the Questionnaire of School Attendance Problems. I'm also particularly interested at looking at environmental sensitivity, especially since my doctoral work focused on sensory processing and multisensory integration. And I also want to look at school relationships. So I really basically want to improve school attendance in youth with ADHD, leading to improved educational outcomes. So when you think of school relationships, often you think of peer relationships. And a lot of youth with ADHD kind of have these social challenges or face rejection from those peers. In addition, we have the relationship between parent and teachers. So we asked teachers to rate their trust in parents of students, and then we also had teacher ratings of ADHD symptomology. So we found when there were higher levels of inattention, there was a lower level of trust in their students' parents when teachers were looking at trust. But conversely, when we had hyperactivity and impulsivity, actually higher levels of hyperactivity and impulsivity were related to higher trust in their students' parents. So we basically are predicting that positive school relationships will be related to better attendance in ADHD youth. So next, to look at environmental sensitivity. So this is just kind of your sensory sensitivity to the environment around you. So if you think of the normal classroom environment, we have those really bright fluorescent lights that everyone kind of hates. And then we also have the noises of the classroom, which can be kind of distracting for a lot of students. So we want to understand whether environmental sensitivity is related to absences. So we wanted to look at the numbers of days missed in the past 2 weeks. So we found that when looking at measures of sensory sensitivity, there was no direct relationship between the number of days of schools that were missed and these sensitivity measures. However, when we actually looked at the reason that children were missing school, we did kind of see a relationship start to emerge. So we found that when we grouped students that missed school into reasons that were negative, so they missed school because of refusal, or they had negative school experiences, then they had a higher rating of these environmental sensitivity. But then when they were missing school because of maybe health-related issues or not missing school, then we found these lower environmental sensitivity. And this was in 93 youth with ADHD. So to summarize, school attendance is a critical issue to consider for school success in youth with ADHD. And parent-teacher relationships are related to child's ADHD symptoms. And understanding these school relationships may help to kind of provide supports for these students and help them attend school more. And this higher environmental sensitivity may be related to certain absences. It's important to understand kind of the reason for absence, as we saw there with the negative school absences. And also, more comfortable environments may improve school experiences and attendance for students. And I would like to thank CSAP, which is the Canadian School Attendance Partnership, and the team that I've been working at to look at these issues. Thanks.